All right, it is 5:45 new this morning. A Clarence Center family helping raise awareness about the importance of newborn screening tests for hearing loss.
Those tests led to 9-month-old Miles becoming the youngest cochlear implant recipient in Western New York. According to the March of Dimes, about 3 in 1,000 babies nationwide, which is just under 1%, are born with some kind of hearing loss. The CDC recommends all babies be screened for hearing loss before they're a month old. This is a topic few people know about or even talk about. So this morning we're hearing from two professionals who helped Miles hear for the first time and his mom, who's turning this family's experience into a reason to advocate. 7 News reporter Adam Campos here now with their story. Hi, Adam. Good morning.
Good morning, Ed and Katie. Early intervention is one of the most important steps to treating hearing loss in children, and it was so helpful for Clarence Center's Miles Modikamore as he became the youngest person to get cochlear implants in Western New York. And because of his story, his mom has become an advocate for early hearing intervention. Like any toddler, Miles Modikamore loves his toys, his music, and his mom. But when Miles was born, his parents received news that no parent wants to hear.
When Miles was 6 days old, we went to Buffalo Hearing and Speech and had the appointment, and at that time we found out that he was completely deaf.
After Miles' diagnosis, he was enrolled in an early intervention program at Erie County Medical Center, allowing Miles to receive the cochlear implants at 9 months old. The surgery was 6 hours, and his reaction to hearing?
That is it. Hi. That's it.
Priceless.
I just couldn't believe that 2 seconds before he heard, he wasn't hearing anything. And then in that moment, I knew he was going to be able to hear everything, the entire world.
Miles became the youngest cochlear implant recipient in Western New York. After receiving his implants, Miles started class at Buffalo Hearing and Speech. His teacher helped him learn the importance of sound.
Having auditory awareness is a lot of what we talk about, just listening skills.
He worked with her until he was 2, which is faster than most kids that enter the program. She credits the early parents' intervention.
So with Miles, it was like just because he had been wearing his devices from such an early age, I think his brain was just moving along way faster, and he was just understanding and learning vocabulary so much faster than his peers were.
Today, he continues to work with his audiologist, Michelle Dubé, who tells me just before Miles' surgery, the FDA chose to lower the age minimum for cochlear implants from 12 months to 9 months. This played a major role into Miles' progression today.
If you can do that earlier at 9 months instead of, 3 months later at 12 months, it just gives them that advantage of starting to hear sooner.
And Dubé also emphasized the importance of parent intervention.
We have children that are implanted or wear hearing aids, and if you're not wearing those devices, all the time that you're awake, you're not going to make the progress of a child who wears their devices all the time.
After how well Miles has responded to the implants and the therapy, Stacy is a happy mama, seeing her happy little 3-year-old be able to enjoy all of the beauty life offers.
What do you think? To be able to see him participate in all of these, sports and experiences, just like his hearing peers do, without missing out on anything, has just been absolutely wonderful.
Miles is now hearing at normal levels, and his rapid progression earned him a spot in a study about youth hearing loss with Northwestern University in Chicago. And his remarkable road to hearing led his mom, Stacy, to become an advocate for early parent intervention. She's now a part of the advisory panel of the New York State Department of Health, helping shape laws around youth hearing loss. And it's really an incredible story about perseverance, Ed and Katie.
Yeah, not only on Miles' part, but also his mom's part, too, making sure that he has what he needs.
And now here again, we have this family that's advocating for something that might be able to help others. All right, Adam, thank you.